Hey guys, Baldur here. I'm here to share with you my 2014 NBA award picks. This video is a little late, and yes, two of the awards have already been given out. But here's how I would have voted. Defensive Player of the Year. It was announced that Joakim Noah was the Defensive Player of the Year this year. But here's how my ballot looked like. At 3 I had Andre Iguodala. At 2 was Roy Hibbert. And finally at number 1 I had Joakim Noah. In the official results, Joakim and Hibbert were 1 and 2, with DeAndre Jordan at number 3. I got no problem with that. DeAndre stepped up his defense this season. The 2014 Coach of the Year was Greg Popovich. Here's who I would have voted for. At number 3 I had Tom Thibodeau. He did an excellent job with the Bulls during the second half of the season, since the Deng trade. At 2 I got Greg Popovich, who led the Spurs to the best record in the NBA. And what is probably the most impressive, no player on the Spurs averaged more than 30 minutes per game. Unheard of. But at number 1 I had Suns coach Jeff Hornacek. Vegas projected the Suns to win 19 games this season, and I projected them to finish last in the conference. Well, they managed to win 48 games this season, tying the NBA record for most wins without making the playoffs. Jeff has gotten the most out of his players. Literally. There were about 4 to 6 guys that had career years for him. Plumlee, Green, Dragic, Markieff Morris, Eric Bledsoe, and probably more. The official results had Pop at number 1, Hornacek at 2, and Tom Thibodeau at number 3. I got no problem with that. Well deserved for Pop, who is probably the best coach in the NBA. Anyway, there were a lot of coaches that did a great job. You could also mention Dwayne Casey in Toronto, Portland's Terry Stott, Steve Clifford in Charlotte, Rick Carlisle, and even Jason Kidd for the Nets' resurgence. Rookie of the Year. At number 3 I have Mason Plumlee edging out Trey Burke. Plumlee led all rookies in PER and was big for the playoff-bound Nets, helping the Nets after Lopez went down along with Garnett later on during that season. At 2 I have Victor Oladipo from the Magic. He had a solid rookie season, averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. But at number 1 I have MCV, Michael Carter Williams. He pretty much held on to the award since day 1 of the regular season. His numbers were pretty good. 16.7 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists. His numbers may be a little bloated because the Sixers were so bad, but it's not enough to take the award away from him. Most Improved Player. I went back and forth on this one. At 3 I have Lance Stephenson, who elevated his game to new heights, rebounded at a much higher rate and led the NBA in total triple-doubles, while playing a bigger role for the Pacers. At 2 I got Goran Dragic. He was the centerpiece for the improved Phoenix Suns. He had career highs in points per game, 3-point percentage and field goal percentage where he shot over 50%, among the best for NBA guards. And at number 1 I have Anthony Davis. I thought hard about giving him the award. I mean, he's a second-year player. He's supposed to get better. But it's too hard to ignore what he's done. Leading the NBA in blocks, gone from a 13-8 player to a 21-10 player. His PER is the best for a 20-year-old in a while, better than LeBron at the same age. He's improved his mid-range game, post game, and has become a 80% free throw shooter. He's basically gone from a rookie to a top 8 player in the game. Other players I left out who deserve a mention: Andre Drummond, DeAndre Jordan, Kyle Lowry, Isaiah Thomas. I even could make a case for the all top 4 Suns most improved players: Dragic, Miles Plumlee, Markieff Morris, and Gerald Green. About Gerald Green, he would have been my number 4 guy on my list. Reason why he's on the outside is because he was a 13-point-a-game scorer for the Nets 2 years ago. He just was in a bad situation in Indiana last year, stuck on the bench behind Lance Stephenson and Paul George, who took most of the minutes. Sixth Man of the Year. At 3 I have Manu Ginobili, who led the highest scoring bench in the NBA with 12 points a game. At 2 I have Jamal Crawford, who has been doing what he's always been great at, provide scoring off the bench. He led all bench scorers in the NBA with 18.6 points per game. But at number 1 I got Taj Gibson, scoring 13 points a game and grabbing 7 rebounds, both of whom are career highs. What separates Gibson from Crawford is Taj's defense and energy. He was a big part of Chicago's stingy defense along with Noah. Most Valuable Player. I'm just going to run through these. At 5 I got LaMarcus Aldridge. At 4 I got Joakim Noah, who's been huge for the Bulls on both ends of the court. At 3 is Blake Griffin. At 2 is LeBron James. And finally Kevin Durant number 1 as the 2014 NBA Most Valuable Player. Deserved. He's had a great year and helped the Thunder afloat while Russell Westbrook was out. That's it. Who were your picks to win these awards? Put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.